Hello, we are Group C for the collaboration project between fashion and communication and promotion and film and moving image production. Our film is called A Shap and is about cycling fashion.
Hi, I'm Joanne and I'm the director of our fashion film Échappée. Échappée is a word for escape in French, relating to the freedom that cycling can provide. The Tour de France is held this year, therefore this film will take inspiration from the traditions of road racing and cycle fashion. We decided to base our film around sports as more people have been taking up an active lifestyle during the pandemic as a way to positively improve their mental health. Sports has also become an interest of the group, which means we could really delve into the movement and action of the film for the audience that excites them. People are wanting more relatable content to look at, not just clothing and branding, but something that mirrors personality.
This is the team that consists of 7 members, starting from me, James, the producer. Then we have our editor Jay, our director Joanna, our cinematographer Fraser, our sound designer Flynn, and both of our stylists Hannah and Headley. Our topic is, of course, focusing on youth, and we want to have more youth getting into cycling and getting the youth a bit more outdoors. Location-wise, you want to show a range of different scenes to allow the audience to relate to the film more, in particular using spots that aren't the typical everyday views that are necessarily associated with cycling, and that hopefully will immerse our audience a lot more. Our tempo will be quite fast, energetic, and will reflect the upbeat lifestyle that cycling can bring. And some of the inspirations that we have had come from magazines, books, YouTube videos, sports films, and some more.
Hi, my name's Hannah. I looked at the inspiration behind our fashion film. So I looked into vintage and retro cycling, taking inspiration from professional cyclists within the 60s and 70s, in particular Eddie Merck, who was a professional cyclist, his prime in the 1970s. He shows a lot of striped clothing, bold colours, use of accessories such as gloves, hats, and watches as well. We looked at merging cycling trends from that era, taking the prints and colour patterns into inspiration for modern day cycling as well, which is where we look at the modern retro cycling aesthetic. We looked at the Supreme collaboration, which is quite a modern and hyped up brand. They show a lot of saturation in colours, a lot of urban prints as well, which is quite current for the young consumers as well. There's also evidence of optic patterns in both the retro, vintage and modern pieces as well. So we will be looking at that when we are sourcing our clothing.
Hi, I'm Flynn. I'm the sound designer. I'm going to briefly touch on the basic concept of the film. It's going to be all about enticing young generations to get involved in cycling, boosting the appeal to the fashion and energetic nature that comes with being outdoors and cycling in different places. It's all going to be about combining urban and natural landscapes to give a contrast and to really show off that cycling can be more than just a form of exercise, but it's also a way to connect with others whilst having the freedom to wear bright and bold colour palettes.
So our target audience are male and females aged 17 to 30, which are aiming at the Gen Z and millennials. These consumers will be seeking highly branded hype pieces as well as shopping full price and secondhand as well. They will also have appreciation of their own individual style and others, hobbies and interests coming from digital art, photography, music, shopping, socialising, sports and travel. They'll also be living in urban and built up areas, which is where they'll get a lot of their inspiration and things from. So with our styling, it will be very accessible for this kind of consumer, as we'll be focusing on one-off pieces that can be styled with other pieces that are more casual and easier to find secondhand or on the high street.
In terms of the location scouts, we visited both Merritt's Way and Whitley and Broad. Both of these locations were perfect and suited our vibe. Both of these locations are rural and offer some lovely scenery to fit in with our film. Whitley and Broad, of course, has a lake, greenery, some cycling and walking trails, whilst Marriott's Way also offers this, but also has some built-up areas surrounding it as well. And there are also some underpasses and some bridges that we can use as well to kind of show the bicycles moving.
Hello, my name is Headley. The models we've cast for this film are all keen cyclists, all in our early 20s, interested in outdoor activities and healthy living. By featuring genuine cyclists, we're avoiding any subcultural appropriation. The styling, we have taken a a really bold and bright view with lots of big retro prints and patterns. The accessories we've used are simple and quite understated so as not to distract from the statement pieces. The helmets and bikes are predetermined by what the models have and use. Building the outfits around this will ensure consistent colour palette and styling feel throughout the film. And we sourced the items from second-hand retailers including Depop and eBay, as well as Lovering & Co, who were kind enough to gift us 2 jerseys to use.
Hello, I'm Fraser, and regarding my role as cinematographer on this project, we'll be utilising the concept of a 90s aesthetic that demonstrates a grainy, vibrant style in order to provide an inviting and nostalgic look. Low-angle shots will supply expression of confidence and empowerment that I was able to understand from the photographer Gunnar Stahl's work. This 90s style of shooting is currently trending and can even be seen within Travis Scott's recent music videos directed by Tyler Ross, specifically Ross's utilization of slow shutter speed in order to convey fast-paced movement in environment. Now, in terms of scene breakdown, I'll begin with capturing the garments themselves with close-ups and intricate composition to present them in the clearest way we could. The motion shots for section 2 will transmit a multitude of movement on the bicycles in order to encapsulate the fast-paced lifestyle a cyclist experiences. Section 3 will consist of shots mentioned previously that encompass more of the film photography elements of the final edit. With layering and pacing in mind, the slow shutter speed techniques will be shot when lighting enables us to. This way, the highlights and vibrant hues within the statement pieces will be presented efficiently, exemplifying the theme of triumph.
Group shots will consist of models cycling round, coming from different directions to show the clothing from varied perceptions. Models leaning against their bikes in conversation with each other. This will give the camera an opportunity to focus on smaller details. Inspiration comes from Rafa Paul Smith collaboration. The campaign for the collection was eye-catching and used bold clothing amongst natural and urban landscapes.
Hi, my name is Jay, and I decided to approach the editing in this film by using fast-paced shots with a lot of layering and collage effects to ensure the audience remain engaged. Cycling is a fast-paced sport, and we wanted to ensure this was conveyed in the final edit. The colours are vibrant and exciting, just like the sport, and it's reminiscent of 80s synthwave to reflect on the retro nature of the film. We'll be mixing film with still images to add to the depth of the shots. The first half of the edit will focus more on establishing people and place, while the second half emphasises the colour and the tone.
And these are some examples of some of the body shots I took that make the vivid hues pop in the light of golden hour.
In terms of sound design, the most important element is going to be the music. It needs to be upbeat, modern, and keeping up the energy of the piece in order to convey the tone and energy of the film. The final track that we've gone with is called Can I Tell You a Secret by Track Tribes, and it fits all these criteria perfectly.
So these are the platforms that our film will be shown on. The first one is TikTok, which is one of the fastest growing social media platforms. In particular, our audiences are on this platform, which means it's the perfect place to have it. So Fraser has made a 10-second taster video that will be incorporated onto this platform. Instagram is the second one, where we'll be doing an exclusive youth collaboration with Ruler magazine, which is a culture cycling magazine. We have 2 spread panorama imagery that will be over the Ruler magazine Instagram, and then we'll focus on accessories and garments as well. Thank you.